schools and a lot of other programs where, there were 3 to see, according to ESPN. Everybody else was just along for the ride, and I remember when we had Maya and we had Tina, it was, kind of sort of like that. All the focus was on Maya. But winning back-to-back national championships, that's hard. And the more that teams try to do it and can't, the more you appreciate how hard it is to do it. And that particular team, as with the team that won 3 in a row in 2002, 3, and 4, every once in a while you get a special group and they mesh together and you've got the right spirit. But there's just something that we've been able to do that whether we get enough credit for it or don't get enough credit for it, like you said, nothing I can do about that.
We did score 12 points in the first half of the national championship game.
Yeah, we did. We put up 12 points in the national championship game in the first half, and that was one of the more interesting NCAA championship games I've ever been a part of. There's a lot of pressure at the Final Four. There's a lot of pressure to score points. There's all really good defensive teams. So you've got to have some when you get there. I don't know if we do, but you got to have some great playmakers when you get there because it's hard. It's hard to score.
If you're unsure if you have the right playmakers, does that mean you're anticipating some X factors, some girls to really step up?
I don't know. I mean, when you look at the game we played today, and there were instances early in the game where it was a little bit shaky. We overcame that, but that's something that we're going to have to keep addressing. I think Bria grew up a lot tonight. I think Mariah Jefferson grew up a little bit tonight. So we've got candidates. We've got possibilities. It's just that now between today and Sunday, we've got to make sure that we can make the plays we have to make, and there's no easy way to win on Sunday. Doesn't matter who wins that game tomorrow night between Notre Dame and Duke. There's no easy way to win that game Sunday.
Are things more certain in your mind than they were maybe 3 weeks ago? It seems like players aren't scared anymore with the ball in their hands in key situations.
I've noticed that. I've noticed a change in their approach to things. I mean, just the fact that Morgan Tuck has taken the ball from the wing and just drove it to the basket and then makes free throws. That wasn't happening 3 weeks ago. What Mariah Jefferson's been doing wasn't happening a couple weeks ago. Stewie's game wasn't where it is today a couple weeks ago. So we do have a lot of new things that are happening, and our 3 freshmen. It's taken them 5 months, but they're right in a really, really good place right now, and maybe they're too young to know what the stakes are, and I'm not going to remind them. Let's put it that way.
Is there some peace and ignorance is bliss at this time, or not ignorance, but not having been through it, feeling that pressure that but this is all new for them?
Yeah, I think in their minds, this is my first NCAA tournament, so they're all excited. It's I've always thought about it as when you're there for the first time, you're just kind of enjoying every minute of it, having a great time. You think everything's going to go your way. There's no way that you can lose. It's not till you get there and lose and you come back and you go, oh boy, there's a lot that could go wrong. But right now they don't think anything's going to go wrong. And but next weekend's going to be tough.
For all the success Kelly Ferris has had, this is her first postseason all-tournament team. Just, and someone who could not care less about it.
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to get more individual recognition for her?
I'm glad when she gets recognized. She's could have put Mariah Jefferson on that team, and people would have been just as happy, I think. But you know, Kelly being a senior and Kelly doing all the things that maybe don't always show up in the box score, they've never acknowledged her, whether it's a Big East tournament or Eastern Regionals or anything. So for her to finally get it her senior year, it's fitting. She deserves it. You know, just like she got Defensive Player of the Year in our conference, she deserves it. She's deserved it for a long time, but better late than never.
You know, you've been to this rodeo now. We haven't played Friday with this group. Do you have a gut? I mean, what's your gut going down there? You talk about a special group, and they seem to be putting it together at the right time. I mean, these last 4 games are pretty impressive.
Yeah, obviously, you feel a little bit of confidence in the way we've played up to this point. I'm not one that buys into, though, well, now that Baylor's lost, it's easy to win a national championship. I don't think it's going to be easy. I don't know that, you know, we're jumping up and down, or whoever wins the other game tonight is going to be jumping up and down. You still have to beat, you know, a couple of really quality teams. But you know, we're not going to let our guard down. We're not going to go down there and take anything for granted. But I do have a pretty good feeling about our team. I do have a really good sense of where they are. This is the first time in a couple months where I feel like they're on the same page. We're on the same page with them as coaches. And they've become a team now. You know, back in February, there were times when we were just individuals that were on the same team, but we weren't really a team. And this last month, we deserve it now. We've become a team. We deserve to go to the Final Four.
We're going to have a player faster than Mariah Jefferson.
Have I ever had one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think. Rita Williams might come the closest. You know, but she's just doing the things right now that only she can do. No one else on our team can do the things that she's doing. And that's the other thing that's made our team a lot better. Everybody's doing the things that they're good at. And they trust each other to do those things. And as I said, Mo could have easily been on that all-tournament team, and no one would have batted an eye.